came up, pulled back, and it broke out this zone here. Came back to even retest it, so it made a nice zone. Now, another way to tell if this area is strong is you want to see it be both a floor and a ceiling. And that's what we have here. We have right here was a floor, a ceiling. Price had a hard time trying to go above it. And if we look directly to the left, it was a floor before. It had a hard time trying to go beneath it. Anytime you see an area like that, it's going to take a big candlestick for it to break. So we know once it comes down here that if I don't see a big candle printing, I start seeing it getting weak like this little doji here, go ahead and take your money because it's not going to break it. It's going to bounce. So I took my money from that sale, comes back up, it hits the previous area again. And you can see how easy it is once you start attuning your eyes, how easy it is just to see the levels and start seeing the plays they making. They're just making M's, and then there go a W right behind it. Now I know you might say, and even with me, it's easy to see it in hindsight. Hindsight is 2020. The hardest part is is just getting our mental attuned to catching these plays and staying focused as the candles are printing. Another thing that we can see is like we can go to a line chart. The line chart usually makes it a little bit more easier to see the formation. So you have the M's, the W's. So those are key reversal points too on a small scale. You have a macro M and you have a micro M and W's, and then you have these huge M's and W's that get formed, or V's in the market. So you have that little bitty V right there, but then you have a mini V, but then you have a macro V, which is going to be on a bigger scale, like a multi-day, multi-session. Like this took weeks for it to form. So just to kind of bring everything full circle, as far as us looking for key reversal points, we want to start to the right where price at, and always look at the left to see the history of price, and you can start seeing how many times have price reacted at these certain areas. Like you may, if we went back, you'll see it hit like once, twice, 3, 4 times, and then it may also have broke and then came up and showed that it was still a ceiling or a strong resistance as well as support. So support equals resistance is always going to be a stronger area. So that's going to allow me to catch these nice reversal moves on top of overlaying it with like volume, overlaying it with Bollinger Bands, RSIs, TDIs. But you really can just do it off of price action by knowing the M's, the W's, are getting more familiar. The M's, W's, the A's. I didn't finish drawing this out, but there go an A right there for you to see. So from here to here, yeah, it makes an A right there.
Reversal V. Okay.
So it shows that it's a reversal. The A's and the V's are reversals. They're a little bit more aggressive reversals, or they're more extremes. They're sharp. The M's and the W's are more of a give me trade because they set up the patterns. So you'll see a tap to the high. You don't want to participate in the first leg. So if you see a price come up, come down, comes back up again, and you notice that it stalls at a certain area for a double top, this is the leg that you want to take. So we're going to trade that leg all the way down. If you want to be more conscious and a safe entry, I'm typically trying to get in over here and I just risk it. If price keeps shooting up, I got a tighter stop loss. But if you want to wait, then you just wait for the break of the neckline. So as it breaks about there, that neckline, you can draw a trend line across. Bam, there go your sell all the way down. So it's little things like this that we're gonna keep on practicing. That's gonna have you calling like a sharpshooter. Gonna have you calling just these entries and exits. You're gonna be like, okay, I see what the move they're making. See, like this, I don't have any line here, but I bet you I can just draw. I'm gonna draw a line here, and we're gonna go look in the past. But another last piece. I'm gonna do it is, instead of trying to scroll this all the way around and see when it reacted, we can actually jump up a time frame. And if we jump up a time frame, it gives us more data on the screen. So we can look that area I just drew a line under. We can just go back to the left and we can see where it's bam, there go a good point right there where it touched there and it bounced off. If you remember though, I didn't even draw. I didn't look to the past. I just drew it based off of something that was already there, and it just confirms that you can find everything. If I was right here and there was nothing else here, I can just look in the past to find the future.